Are we live? Is the question. And I think I'm gonna check it. It says I'm live. Okay. If it says I'm live, then I'm live. Microphone check. 1, 2, because I'm moving around the room. I'm excited because I'm almost finished this Cine rig. And so for the handful of people that have been following me up on this, Cine rig is not anything new. And technically, I don't know what the heck I'm doing with a Cine rig. Yes, I do. I got some filming and stuff that I want to do, and I wanted to try it because I get tired of setting my gimbal up. And there's some great videos out there that explain the difference between the gimbal and the Cine rig. So I like the Cine rig. Gimbal, there's a lot going on with that. And I got a lot going on with the Cine rig. So what I did was I ended up getting a bag for it with all this crap in here. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is the Cine rig. Okay, so got this orange mic over here to move over, and I'm gonna pull this sucker straight out of the bag. The bag is irrelevant for right now. It's gonna make sense. But there we go. Now, in a subsequent video, I'm probably going to talk about why I believe that these feet are just so awesome. These feet do a whole bunch. A lot of people would like to put plates on the bottom. I'm in this finishing this thing up with the fact that I can lift it and put it down. But what I love about it is the fact that you can manipulate these feet on here. And you can pretty much sit it down anywhere. You can sit it outside on the ground. You can sit it in the dirt. You can put part of it up on something like this and have the back feet down. You can turn these, you can orient it this way to the side like this. All you have to do is just level it. But this is a priceless thing that you can do with the Cine rig. So I have no idea how to put this thing in here in the front, but we are going to, in the front, put glass. And that glass is by Tiffen. I believe you pronounce it. It's Tiffen. Okay, so back over here, this Tiffen glass. What is going on, Mr. Camera Junkie? You know how I do. I just throw this sucker on here. This Tiffen glass, I'm so excited about it. I guess it's called Tiffen. Oh, don't tell me we got to do camera stuff. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? This is that cam link stuff again. I love it, but I'm gonna cut one cam link off and cut them all back on. Okay, and that way, because I want to be able to use my overhead camera. And so if I were to take and turn off the overhead cam, okay, and then put the overhead cam back on, then everybody's good to go. Gregarious, what's going on? Muscle bound. My dude. I can't wait to get out in them Colorado streets. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day we can hook up and I'll climb one of those big mountains. Now, the one thing that's crazy about this glass is it's hard as heck to get out. Okay. Oof. Here we go. So now I think we got this sucker. Yep, it's working now. All right. Once again, I, Mr. Camera Junkie, don't know what I'm doing with the glass all the time, but this is the Black Pro Mist glass, and I'm going to put that right on the front of this thing right here. I'm so excited for it. I had to learn how to take the cartridge out of there. I should put the gloves on. I actually have gloves for this. That's crazy, ain't it? So let's find some gloves. Okay, I really do have gloves. Don't laugh at me if I fall. Okay, in this package here, I think there are, wait a minute, the gloves aren't in here? Okay, and another package, I have gloves so I can touch the glass. All right, let's move to some other music. Let's go over here. Now, on here, let's turn this guy around, and this is how we remove this plate. Okay, y'all bear with me because I've never done this before. Okay, there we go. So it says slide this way. So I'm going to do this and if I turn you, yep, then I can basically take this guy and then we will slide the whole thing in one direction. Look at y'all like, don't you break it. Okay, so Mr. Glass. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so it fits right in there. Okay, I see how it fits. So here's what we do. How about we just take this off, right? It comes off real easy. Pop this off and let's go to the desk and figure out how to make sure we get this in the right way. So there's the clutch there, and that clutch allows it to slide off. Okay, once we slide off, we're going to set the glass in there, and the glass goes in this back. So while we have this guy here, we're going to take and put that glass right in the back without touching this glass, so that it is sitting beautifully in here. All right, so a little bit of push, it pops in there. I love it. So making sure there's not a front or a back on there. And there's one little smudge. Where did that smudge come from? We don't like that smudge. Okay, smudge is off of there and we're ready to go. So what do we have here, sir? Is that the 1/8 Pro Miss? My brother, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. So this is the Tiffen, and it is the, okay, so it is a 4, it's a quarter. All right, so it is a quarter. Oh, here, let me get it closer. That is a quarter. So there it is. All right, so it's not the 1/8. And so should I have been doing a 1/8, Mr. Camera Junkie? I actually got this on sale to get my feet wet to see what's going on. So you probably can't see much here, but yeah, I'm just throwing it in front of there. Yo, I kind of like that, whatever it's doing. Yeah, that Pro Mist looks good. It's going to do a little bit of coloration or something, but I want to get a dope cinematic feel. Okay, so Alpha, what's going on, mid-tech? Pull up with this setup. That would be 100,000, sir. Yeah, okay. So now let me remember how to get this back in there. Okay, so if the slide that way was to get it off, then the slide this way would be to get it in. This Smallrig thing was real simple to throw in here. Yes, it was very simple. Wait, let me make sure I'm doing this the right way. Okay, so the slide in, okay, gotta go this way. Okay, I see you. And make sure I got it oriented the right way. Okay, that is the right way. So the slide goes like this. Yep. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong way. Okay, you slide that way to get it off. So this way it goes in. So see, do y'all see how I'm jammed up? I really got jammed up. Come on, what's the name? Smallrig. Don't have me all jammed up in here. Okay, so I have to get it on here and then we slide him in. And there is the snap. We are all set. The glass is in. We are good to go. Okay, so let's get the glass back on Mr. Jib over here. Now, what I like about this guy, I'm spinning him around this way. See that front? You have the adapter ring right on there to get this on the front. Now, crazy thing is, modification I did. This is the Sigma 2870. It's the 2870, okay? Because on the A7C, my other guy, my baby, there is something about this lens, the 2470, that it just turns me on. It's something about this lens that just does it. Okay, got the, what's that, Peter McKinnon MITS filter on there, and I have the UV. But there's something about this 2470. I know it's heavy, right? But if I'm intentionally pulling that camera out to shoot, I'm just pulling the camera out to take pictures, right? It is heavy. And there are lighter versions, and I actually tried the 2870, and the 2870 takes awesome pictures, and it is much lighter. However, there's something about this big glass, and when you put it at 24, between the 24 and the 28, I just like shooting with the 24. Now, lighter, absolutely, but if you're gonna bring a big camera like this around with you, you might as well throw a big lens on there anyway, right? Argument that I just have right there. One is not better than the other, it's whatever. But just to say, I'm gonna use the 2870 because it's lighter. If you're doing it with a heavy camera, tomato, okay? So I made a commitment. I'm gonna leave this rig set up like this, and I can always interchange it and put it on the Cine rig. But here we go with this this Cine rig right here. Now, let's get this front on here. Boom. Let's get it in here. And she goes right over top on the ring, right? And we get him lined up and tighten this guy. Now let me make sure I'm lined up good. Okay. Lined up even. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. She is there. That is the glass now. I'm curious to see how it looks when I cut this on. Because now the good thing about this is you can actually put your filters. You don't actually need this glass. You can put your filters right on it on this matte box. Okay. That's the beautiful thing about this matte box. You actually can use the filters that you have. Now, look at this guy. Here we have the Sennheiser 600, right? MKE. I'm about to do a test in this room, and I'm going to use both mics and hear how the sound is and hear how I like it. I'm also going to go outside and hear how it does with the wind. Because this is a Cine rig, it's expected to be bigger. It's not supposed to be compact. And I'm really loving this microphone sitting on here. It is doing wonders. It sounds better. In my initial test, this actually sounds better to me. Let me put myself up here so you can kind of wait. I don't have another camera you can see me, but this actually sounds better to me than the 400. Now it says it on the box, so I put the box in the other room, but what it tells you is it'll say that it literally tells you on Sennheiser's box. It says there's the 600, and they were all like mobile, right? So there's the 600, the 440, the 400, the 200, whatever, right? The cheapest one just doesn't sound good at all to me. Not all the tests that I've heard. I never used the mic, but it just doesn't sound great to me. The 400 is the bomb, right? For compactness. But if you are looking for that quality, like the 600 is crazy, and they tell you that. Now the stereo one that looks like a V that sits on top of your camera, that is a good one too. Diana Gladney, what is going on? Sis, I love your latest videos. I'm digging it. I love how you tell the truth with it. I love your position on a lot of things, and I think it helps a lot of people. So continue to keep doing that. You said something woke me up. I was like, praise Lord. You said something that was just the bomb, and that thing that you said that was fire was about arguing a point of gear and how people keep buying stuff and it don't make you better. Okay, so I love it. I think people really need to hear that. Okay, but here is the okay, gotcha. Now here's the thing. I like the way this looks. It looks like it says Cine rig. I went to the store the other day and I was trying to get a bag for this to fit in. So looking at DSLR shooter, Caleb put something up, and there's a bag that he talked about from Pro somebody. And I like the bag that he had, but it's too narrow for me, for my rig. I would have to take one of the arms off. So if you look at the arms on here, I actually have a wooden handle on this side, right? Which I like the way it holds. And I have this wooden handle out here. And the reason why I like this handle out here is because it sits the mic out so it misses the matte box right there. Okay. Oh, Diana, all day. all day. Listen, we need balance. Heather and Tom was on today, and I love the stuff they were talking about. And I think balance is so necessary. A lot of people don't talk about balance. But yeah, if you have gas, and I love to keep saying this, if you have gear acquisition syndrome, say that you have gear acquisition syndrome, but don't always argue that because somebody doesn't have certain gear, that something's wrong with what you're doing. Because if you don't know what you're doing, the gear is not going to make you better. It may inspire. So here's an argument here. This is inspiration. I can shoot video without this rig, but because I upgraded my camera and I'm more likely to grab the A7 IV than the A7C, arguably, I'm like, you know what? I can make great use out of this, and I wanted to get involved in seeing how Smallrig setup is. It is my thought of experimentation, but getting into it, I'm already like into having an eye for shooting video, and so you're adding to what you already do. So it's kind of like you don't just buy the most expensive basketball sneakers to learn how to play better. It's you buy good sneakers to play in, but you still got to practice on how to shoot, or else you can keep buying the whole Jordan retro setup. It's not gonna make you play ball better. Okay, somewhere you got to pause and say, let's just put on the Bobos and really practice the jump shot. Same thing with cameras, same thing with different things. It's funny, this camera right here that's in front of me right here, this camera, this happens to be the ZV-E10. Now, for a while, I was sitting live and I almost got caught into it. I'm like, yeah, so I'm live on the A7C full frame camera. And if you look at my videos from the full frame camera to the ZV-E10, you technically will not tell the difference. From the 16mm lens Sigma to the 1850, you're not going to actually see much of a difference. You know what the consistency is? It's who I am in front of the camera. Okay, back to this real quick. I'm not going to be before you long, as the old preachers would say, finishing up this little stream-o-majig. So here is okay, so a couple things I got on here. Got my wood handle on there. Of course, if anybody asks me, somebody hit me in the inbox and mentioned about the button, and I want to warn people, if you're using, depending on your camera, you have to make sure that you have the input that can use the remote button on these here. If you don't have it, if your camera doesn't take it, then this is basically a dead button. So this button is only useful for me if I put my A7 IV on here, or if I just happen to get an A7 III or something like that. The A7C is not going to work on it. The camera that this is on the jib that's filming this right now, that camera can use this button if I put on a rig. Now, this rig is set up to take any of my cameras and I'll be able to rig it. So what I love about how to get this sucker off of here, it's real simple. Yank this out and I'll do a full detail on how to get this right out. Straight up, I can go somewhere with this guy and have the rig like this, downsize it, put the MKE 400 on here, make it a little less obtrusive or whatever. But look at how the body is here. So I can take and slap my A7C on the A7 IV on here. I can put the A6600 on here. Anything can slide into. Shout outs to Diana Gladney, who got me with these Ulanzi quick in and outs to mount stuff with, but I can put that right on here. Now, a couple of other breakdowns that I'll argue the point of that's great with the Smallrig V-mount. Everything powers on and off with this one button. So to save juice, battery power, whatever, you cut this on and you get the juice going to everything plugged into it. Why does that matter? Because when you have your dummy battery, you have your screen plugged into it, or whatever else you have on there, what's going to happen is when you hit this button, that's when everything pops on. When you hit this button, everybody shuts off. You save your battery, camera, screen, and whatever else you have attached to it that needs juice from this right here. It's a wonderful thing. Now, what I chose to do, I didn't use D-tap on here. I had the D-tap in here, but I wanted it to be a little bit more sexy. I actually had the Condor Blue was on here. Look, so I'm gonna use this pedal over here. Here's the pedal to see any kind of comments real quick. Okay, boom. Okay, kombucha. We call this rig the Pellex 5000. Kombucha, what's going on, sis? Good to see you. I'm facing over here. Sorry I didn't fix the camera and look this way. Let me get back. Let me see if I put the, what did I put on this pedal? Look, okay, got it. Look what I did. Look, pedal over here. That's the comment section. And I tap the pedal, we get back over to the jib. So here's the pedal on the jib. Here is the, I can take and run and gun, boom, right here. When I'm ready to rig up, just take this guy right here, right? This is beautiful. So once I put this guy in here, right, it's in. We're good to go. We plug in over here. Now, again, people, I'm going to say this on every live. What I like about this Smallrig is the dummy battery that you have in the camera. If you got the wrong one, you are going to fry your camera. So you want to make sure that the camera is in the 8 volt, okay? The 8 volt. This will not allow you to put this dummy battery into the 12 volts. The 12 volts will fry your camera, okay? It'll be a glitch and it's not the Matrix. It's called you just burnt up your expensive camera. So this, for safety reasons, it doesn't allow you to do it. I would suggest that you do D-tap, but for me, this has a D-tap input, but the D-tap is on this side, which starts to make too many plugs come around this way. Now, something I learned from my boy Caleb, what I like, DSLR shooter. When this goes in, let me just pop these out. Look how easy that is. Pop these right out, right? Take the screen and you pop the screen open over here, right? And it's going to be out to the side so that you can see what's going on with the camera, okay? So the screen is out here, boom. And then we're going to plug these guys in over here. So the camera in the right port, screen in the right port over here. And watch this here. The power is on right there. See, camera's all lit. If I hit this button, everybody off. Hit this button, everybody is on. Now, one downfall to this microphone here, unlike the 400 is a sweet mic because, let me go back to my scene over here. The 400 is a great mic because it actually cuts on and off with your camera. Okay, so the more professional mic that they have, the top tier one, it says on the side of the box. It's not my argument about is the 400 better than the 600 or vice versa. You get the 400 for compact reason. But if it's about pro and quality and you're doing professional work, but you want to have that shotgun quality, I do recommend the MKE 600. It sounds great, okay? Then there's the wireless mics if you want to tap right in or whatever, okay? But here's the thing. The 600 does not cut on and off with the camera, so you got to remember to cut the power off in it, okay, with the battery. As far as to my knowledge, it doesn't have it. So, all right, so let's get back to this, and I'm almost done. I'm not going to be on any long. So what I like about this Cine rig, I have this. I thought it was going to take me longer to put this guy on here, but it didn't. Glass is in now. I'm going to see how that looks a little later. Let me see. I'm going to point myself out here. Okay, screen comes on. Let me flatten this guy so you can see. So let's get these legs down. All right. And okay, there is the screen. Screen is on. And I am already looking out here, and this mist, maybe Mr. Camera Junkie will explain that more to me, but I like this mist filter. I'm not going to be able to tell exactly what it's doing until I get outside with it. I'm excited about doing that. But here's something I really want to show you that's so awesome about this rig setup. So QVC, not this fly, okay? They're still over here advertising a corn dog deep fryer. Diana, you silly. So check this out, and this is the thing I want to show that's real dope. So here is a stand, right? Let's see if I can back this up. Okay, let's stop the jib for a second. Okay, let's go back and let's, hey, get out of the way. Okay, let's go back and I'm just going to move this up a little bit and turn this here. The great thing about this rig, notice this, I just sat that down there because of the feet. I'm just going to drop this out a little bit and put him up like on a car jack. All right, you see your Arca Swiss mount, right? Boom. Underneath this Edelkrone, what you see here is, let's go, wait, where are you at? I was trying to get close here. Here we go. This whole thing can mount right on here, right? Twist lock it. And we are now on a whole tripod. See, this is a mini tripod that can hold this weight here, but you can take your whole rig, right? So if you had to mount it onto a stand, you got it on the stand. All right, y'all seeing this? Okay, room shot. Let's take a look at it. Over here, and but that zoom, no, wrong one. Okay, so sorry about that. I was trying to get your room shot. So I'll back this guy up a little bit and point him out. All right, instead of hitting the button, I'm gonna use the pedal. Whoop-de-doo. Let's go to the pedal. Boom. Okay, check it out. This is so think of this as a tripod. You can take this whole rig and you're at an event and you got him rigged up like this. Now you want to take him off, you take him off here, you move around with it, okay? You got your, hey, go back. There we go. Okay, you take this guy. Are you listening, dude? Move. This thing is slow. Okay, I got it on slow motion. But now you're back to your running gun and just lifting it right here. Handle right here makes a lot of difference because you got like a little safety clutch piece right here. You throw your hands between here and you got it. So if you almost like drop it, you got some kind of catch to it. On the feet, here's what's great about this. You can swivel this on the feet here and turn it. Okay, no, that's the table turn, not the table turn, but you twist and go like here. What I like about this, with one hand, you hold the whole thing and you can pull him up, move it, hold him to the side. There's a great grip right here for you. This handle over here, same thing. You can hold it by this one grip. Fold your feet away, make the thing look sexy, right? Get it out the way, turn your legs around. You can also use this as a piece here to hold it, okay? So you can hold up you can hold this up against you, okay? And the best thing about this is just being able to take this guy and pretty much check him out. Let's get my microphone over here, stand him up, but check that. Right here, all with one hand. And there is your whole Cine rig. All right, I hope you like this this live. I am about to jump off of here. Did I hit the wrong button? Check this out. That hit all cams. Let's go back to just the front. Whew, I don't know what that was doing. But look at this. See, I'm holding it with one hand. Okay, and it's not that heavy. Some people would say, oh, it's probably going to be super heavy. This is pretty much a light rig, and with the versatility of these feet that you can fold in. Now I don't have to take it off now because I put an extra plate on the bottom to put some space in there, and now these legs don't have to come off. You can use these as extra handles as well on the side, because if you clutch them together like this, okay, you actually can use it as handles on here as well. So Edelkrone for the win. You don't just have to use this for legs, but you can use it as arms and stuff to film. I'm liking this. All right, I'm gonna play around with this and figure out what to do with this bag, and then I'll have my full video together on Keith Pelzer's, as Diana called it, the 5,000 something whatever rig. Yeah, it's the A7C rig. That's all. Now time for some shooting. See what I can do with it. First one is going to be able to do a simple test of this microphone compared to the 400 in real life application, rather than one mic is better than the other.